Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Popcorn and Coffee Table Talk. I'm your host, Jesse. And over here to my right, as always, Jay. How are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Not too bad. Colin on the desk.
I'm doing all right.
Is that what we want to say? Do we want to say?
I know. I heard that in the last episode. You said Colin on the desk. I was like, is he legit on the desk?
On the computer, I've heard, in the control room.
What do you prefer?
I don't know.
I think like in the studio, or well, I guess we're all in the studio. Like in the control room,
he's on the
like
desk. He's on
control room makes the most sense.
All right, we're
because
gonna
it
say
is the
Colin
room
in the
where I control
Colin on the
everything.
controls.
that
Colin
could
in the
work.
driver's seat.
I don't care.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Just change it up
I'll
week
just
to
say
week.
Colin.
It'll be
That's fine.
Colin's in the doghouse this
Colin
week.
on
I
the
don't know.
pod.
Just make it the gag that nobody
Straight
gets.
from the bathroom today, Colin. Oh, we shouldn't be joking. First bit of news. You had just brought it up right before we started, but
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John passed away at 73.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, it's just Olivia Newton-John. It's not Olivia Newton-John Travolta.
No, her last name is John.
Oh, okay. I got it. Okay.
That's her. I have no idea how it works.
Is it Wheel of Fortune that does those puzzles? Where it's the two names in the middle is like the first and the last.
Yeah. That again, it's just another celebrity from a certain era. And it's just weird to see that generation of people start to
Them boomers are
slowly
going.
pass. I did hear. I read a tweet from her husband who just said, I guess she's battled breast cancer in the past, but that's not necessarily from the article I read and from the tweets that's what she died from. He just said she died peacefully in her sleep, so that's good to hear. 73 though, that's really not that old.
It's a ripe old age.
Not that old.
Ripe young age.
It's like that sucks.
You flip those numbers around, that's 37.
Yeah, well-known actress and pop singer, even though I didn't know she was a pop singer.
I didn't know she sang anything outside of the Grease soundtrack.
You know who I feel really bad for, though?
John Travolta.
Definitely John Travolta.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Everybody in that guy's life is dying.
Yeah.
I really do feel bad for him. I don't know how much you know, but a number of years ago, a long time ago now, his son passed away, which really drove him into a deep depression for a really long time, as one would imagine. That would suck. But then just a couple of years ago, his wife passed away.
No.
Which was Kelly Preston.
Yes. Yeah.
And you've probably seen her in things as well. But now this, and it's just like, man, I'm surprised he hasn't just climbed in a hole.
He's got chills.
Man, that sucks. Anyways, on to other things. Let's do a moment of silence. Moment's gone. Another thing that's dying, I read an article, HBO Max.
Really?
HBO Max is dying.
Is that why the login wouldn't let me log in?
No, I probably just gave you the wrong password.
Okay. You never texted me back. I was a little
Sorry,
upset.
I've been busy.
You were camping at that point. I was like...
We were driving home is what we were doing. And then Sunday rolled around and
I was afraid to text you back after
my
Sunday.
window shattered out of my van.
Jeez.
Oh, you had left already at that point.
Yeah, I was gone at that point.
It was just we were going to the car, and it's one of those that has the flip thing, so it flips open and it just opens like a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know if Natalie tried to open it and leaned on it in the wrong way and twisted it, but it just shattered.
Jeez.
Glass everywhere. The baby's just picking up chunks of glass out of his car seat, and he's just like, here. Luckily, it's the type of glass, it's not like shards. It's just chunks.
Yeah, that's good.
So it was easy to clean up, but so we're dealing with that. And then that huge thunderstorm blew through, not 15 minutes. So yes, I didn't text you back then. My HBO Max password.
Because I canceled mine Sunday.
Yeah. Did you start Hulu?
Not yet. I haven't. I'm going to wait till I get paid on Thursday.
I actually heard that some of that Hulu stuff was going to go to Disney Plus, so.
So you think it's going to even be not the Hulu?
I would
original.
do it. I would do it for now.
I mean, I'm going to do the ad one for now.
Oh,
I'm not going to do the ad free right now, but
a lot of people are loving that Predator movie, so
yeah,
I'd watch it once you get it.
Yeah, I'll probably purchase it Thursday and then I'll send that to you.
From what I was reading in the article, a lot of stuff has been tanking. Warner Brothers, so much DC stuff is just getting thrown in the bin.
On a rampage, canceling everything.
Just the bin. They're really banking on Black Adam at this point.
Really, the only egg left in the basket.
Shazam 2, but
Yeah.
And so with all that going on, there's a lot of stuff on Discovery Plus that's also tanking. and they're both owned by the same company. So it's not really that HBO Max is going away. They're going to combine Discovery Plus and HBO Max.
So are they going to call it Max Discovery Plus?
That would be really cool. I have no idea. But that's like early 2023 from what the article was saying.
Oh, okay.
It could
so it's
change.
got a while.
I have no idea.
Okay. Is it though? That's crazy to me because HBO's. I guess I haven't been watching a lot of stuff on there. Yeah. There's not a lot been coming on there that's been interesting to me, and if people are thinking that, are they canceling and just going?
I know.
To Hulu? Are they going to other?
I don't know because it was really, really popular back when they were just direct to streaming all of their movies. Yeah. Which I think was some of the big hype of why they were like everybody was ranting.
Yeah, because they were having a new movie that was released to theaters every week,
and it would go straight to
it. That's when I signed up for it, and it was nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I don't know. Now we're starting to see kind of a slowdown on that.
Could be the price of it too. I mean, it's $15 a month, but
I don't think it's bad. I still think it's one of the better ones. It's got the best catalog.
Maybe we'll have to in a couple weeks. We'll do like a streaming service ranking.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Sure. But tier list.
Yeah.
The only reason I haven't been going back to it is because there's been enough series coming out on Disney Plus, so there's been other things. So I haven't been going back and watching nearly as many old movies.
Yeah.
But
it looked like at the merger they're gonna stop doing that straight to HBO Max for the movies, like theater stuff.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It's going to be delayed on a case-by-case basis.
Well, now
each movie is going to have their own.
Now movies are doing so much better in the theaters.
Office, yeah.
So there's really no need to the duality of it because movies are grossing what they grossed pre-pandemic now, which is great. I mean, that's what we want. As movie lovers, as much as I love watching a brand new movie from the comfort of my own couch, we need theaters to thrive still. So
yeah, if they could just release the movies that I would go and watch in theaters, and then release the ones to HBO Max that I'm not going to go see. Like when Tom and Jerry came out, I wasn't going to go watch Tom and Jerry in theaters.
No, I'm really happy that those kind of borderline any kid movie. And maybe it's just because I have such a large family that I'm not going to go see all those in theaters. Like, don't make me wait 6 months.
Right.
I'm not going to go watch Chip and Dale
in
theaters. Send that thing straight to Disney Plus. Anyway, I think we beat it to death. That was in poor taste. Let's not cut that out. We literally had someone die. I'm not trying to make light of it, but I'm trying to keep this light.
Hey, we are a comedy show.
I don't know.
I don't care.
The blessings to your family. I'm sorry. Another thing that's probably going to die. I should stop. No, I was reading an article because we were talking last week. I had brought up that trailer that came out for A League of Their Own.
Okay.
You remember?
Yeah, I watched it.
You watched the trailer?
Yeah.
And we were like, that's probably going to be real queer heavy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, maybe not. Maybe. No, I definitely
can't say that on the air, bud.
Can't say what?
Queer.
Can we?
I think it's fine because it's straight from the article. So.
It is.
Okay.
It's straight from the article. The article literally is talking about how queer they want the show to be.
Okay.
They're going into this with the intention of making it. They said, and I can't remember the quote from Abby Jacobson, and I don't think this is necessarily it. What I posted there. No, but she was like, the last one was kind of queer, but they wanted to make it like. They wanted to go all the way. They wanted to go full Brokeback Mountain.
How was the last one? The original. I don't remember any homosexuality stuff in there.
There wasn't, but if you're reading into it, then it is there. So if you're reading it into it, then you're gonna be like, yeah, it's there. They were very masculine women. Okay, I get it.
Some of them, but that doesn't mean they were. It was also the 1940s. People were just stronger back then. They had to be. There was a war going on.
Yeah, but
I disagree. I disagree. Huh?
What was her name?
Madonna.
No, the other one. She's actually gay in real life.
Tom Hanks?
Husky woman.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
What's her name?
She played the gorilla on Tarzan.
She did. I don't remember what her name was, but she is actually a homosexual in real life.
Oh, good for her.
Oh, something. She's got an O.
Oh.
in the middle of her name.
Yeah.
Jerry O'Connell.
Geraldine.
But yes,
We're
they're
not talking about Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell. There we go.
Thank you.
Colin.
There's that dented beetle. What's that quote from? Rosie
I
O'Donnell.
think he's known that for a while, what we were talking about. And he's just...
I was waiting. I was like, it can't be that obvious.
That was definitely it, though.
Yep. Yeah.
So they say the last movie was great, but it wasn't queer enough and it wasn't biracial enough. They didn't put the black women in there as much as they should have.
Gee, I wonder why.
So their entire premise for this series is to do those very things.
How about you do a period piece, okay, and actually get your timepieces right? The reason there wasn't a lot of black women in there is because it was the 1940s, okay? Like, seriously, people. I'm getting sick and tired of this.
It's rewriting history is all it is.
It is.
Well, and that's why I put this quote up here because I found it very interesting, this section. If you could just highlight like the first two sentences. It's kind of hard to read, but I'll make it work. It said a big part of that was diving into the queer history. We went back before where we started the show, which was 1943, and we started earlier. So they're looking into the queer history pre-1943 because they want to be as accurate as possible. And then they said we started earlier and we went even later. So literally they said we went even later than 1943. They're talking about modern time. They're just talking about putting modern queer ideology into 1943. That's what they're doing.
So they don't care anything about being historically accurate in this. They just want to push an agenda. That's all it's about.
Correct.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right.
Correct. So that's exciting. Happy for you guys. It's probably not going to do very well.
Oh no, it's
I'm
gonna
just
bomb.
guessing. The Terminalist was a very conservative show for Amazon Prime, and it was through the roofs. Like,
Yeah.
everybody watched that show. Mark my words, this isn't probably going to be watched by very many people.
No, probably not.
The 1%. So,
Oh well, if that's how they want to die on, then
did you see the most recent trailer for what?
nothing. It's a lot of death today.
Oh, you carried with
Yeah.
Okay.
What you got now?
The most recent trailer for She-Hulk.
No,
It's like a little one.
I didn't see that one.
You see more of Daredevil's costume in it, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
A lot of yellow, which I don't know how much of a fan I am of it. The mask is yellow.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird, but it looks very. Excuse me. It looks very similar to the same costume he wore from the Netflix series, but there's just something. It's the yellow. It's just the yellow. I don't know.
Yeah, I did see an interview or an article or something where who's the main lady that plays She-Hulk? What's her name? Anyways, she was talking about saying that there's going to be a lot more than just a couple cameos of Daredevil in it. Like it's going to be.
Oh, I kind of figured that I don't know why you would have so heavily put him in the trailer if he wasn't some sort of a main part. Like maybe they worked together for a little bit or something. You see a lot more Tim Roth in there, which I'm excited for. Abomination. I like him. I like that character. I like that actor. So
Yeah, it makes sense putting him in there, Daredevil, for just the lawyer context.
Yeah,
it's very true. It's very
He
true.
fits right in that realm.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm excited for this series.
still not excited for it.
We've come a long way.
Just the concepts of like, okay, there's a ton of powered people in this world, and she's been tasked to represent them. That's interesting to me in the world of the MCU. That's what I'm excited about.
I'm more excited about what Abomination's been doing since Shang-Chi.
And I was really upset with the trailer before that. You've seen this scene where the Hulk like throws a rock and it goes a little bit far, and then she throws a rock and it goes even further. And I'm like, okay, well, are we playing on she's better and stronger and all this stuff than him? But in that new clip, that new short, he literally takes an even bigger rock and just hurls it like out of the atmosphere. Like it literally leaves Earth. And I'm like, okay, there's the Hulk that I know and love.
Professor Hulk.
Hopefully they part ways. I'm still banking on it.
What do you think would drive that to happen? Because what caused it last time?
They really just hand-fisted it in there with like, oh, we combine ourselves. Like there wasn't anything. It was just an off. You remember it was an Endgame.
Yeah.
They just find him and they're like, how did you get this way? And he's like, well, I just technologically put the brains with the bronze, boom, and now I'm me. So they literally just wrote it into being.
Yeah, maybe we'll find a little backstory on how he did it in this.
That would be nice, because giving us anything is better than nothing at all, because I still think they've poorly done the Hulk for most of these movies.
It'd be cool to see Abomination take him out, and then that
Hit him
drive
so hard that they separate.
No, just have him lose, and then that cause him to stay Bruce Banner. And go kind of back in that he fears the Hulk arc, so he never hulks.
Well, that's what I would love to see. I would love to see the Hulk, like, even use that concept of, like, the Abomination just beating him to a pulp, to the point where the Hulk's like, no, I'm weak because of Bruce. And then him forcing them apart again, to where only one can operate in the space, which is the point of the Hulk. They don't want to be each other, to the point that the Hulk, even when he gets smart, he's like, no, Banner's holding me back. And then Banner's like, no, you're a monster and you have no... That's what I want to see, the duality, the Jekyll and Hyde of it all. We don't see any of that. And seeing Mark Ruffalo green is just annoying. You like it?
No, I mean, I'm indifferent to it. I do agree that they haven't done the Hulk well.
It's just...
But
the closest they got was Ragnarok.
yeah.
And then they kind of derailed it. But that's just my own personal opinion, and the only people who listen to this is you two.
We get like a few listeners here and there.
Why you seem so down?
Not sell ourselves completely short.
There's a couple people.
We're hurt. We ain't dead.
Oh. Every time.
Taiki Waititi suggests...
Taiki Waititi. At the Tiki Hut, it's Taika.
Taiki Waititi.
Hear the Ewoks shouting it. Taika Waititi.
What's that Asian guy that when like someone gets burned, what's that video? The clip?
The emotional damage.
Yeah.
Emotional damage. Taiki Waititi.
You just take it.
No, go, but it's Taika.
Taika Waititi.
Okay, try again.
Taika Waititi suggests that Marvel is working on a Hercules Olympians project that he is not a part of. I'm sorry, I can't see him crying.
You gotta... I know.
Add that to the list. Last time it was the glasses.
So yeah, he did suggest that they're working on some more Hercules stuff.
I'm just not excited at all for this.
I couldn't care less about... I care more about the Eternals than I do this. And I cared very little about the Eternals.
Yeah.
That's borderline frustrating because of how it was already handled, that I'm just like...
It was the worst part of that movie, and it's the last thing I'd want to see more of.
At least Taika Waititi's not doing it. They're going to give it to somebody else to helm. Yeah. That at least is encouraging.
At the same time, he fumbled the ball, and then it's like, all right, you guys got to pick it up.
Well, that's just dirty. Yeah, but...
Yeah, so they're going to be working on broken ground at this point.
I don't know how I feel about like gods and stuff like that being in the MCU, like those, like the Roman gods or Greek gods. Thank you. I don't know how I feel about them being in the MCU like that. I get that they are in the comics. I get they have them. I just don't know, like for the cinematic world and stuff. I don't know if I like it.
Huh. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like the longer it runs,
we need
the
more
likely we're going to end there anyway. So it's kind of just, we're here now.
I don't, yeah. And maybe they won't stick around for long. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be on the back of this project that they kind of gauge, does this suck? Do people hate this aspect of it on its own? Or will this fly? And then that could...
I'm surprised by how many people
it.
actually enjoyed that, though. Because I've heard a lot of people talking about, like, anything that happened with Russell Crowe and the Zeus scene. A lot of people like it. I'm like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
It's just empty head humor.
Yeah. Oh.
I've had people tell me at work that they thought it was the best Thor movie ever out of all of them. I'm like, really? Better than Ragnarok?
The emotional beats even hit harder in Ragnarok than they did in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it another chance. When it comes out on Disney Plus, I'll watch it again and really solidify some of my thoughts on it. I think one viewing wasn't enough to really hate on it completely.
Yeah.
But my opinion is almost set in stone at this point.
Yeah.
And my faith in Taika Waititi in the MCU is borderline destroyed. Borderline destroyed.
It's shaken, for sure.
Going off of Ragnarok, I would have argued that his take on that character was one of the best, and I think it was of any of the characters in the MCU. Not anymore. Not anymore at all. Unfortunately.
I mean, I think Endgame ruined that, though.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think it started at Endgame.
They took it a step further than even what Taika did.
Yeah.
I guess. I like the beats of Thor in Endgame, though. Like, the emotional element.
Right.
I just think they took the body humor too far. And you're right. Taika Waititi probably thought he had to double down on that to make another Thor movie relevant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true or not. I think he just thought it was funny, and that's what he went with. And it was flat. MODOK is going to be in Ant-Man Quantumanium. And this is the fan art that's coming out of what they think that character is going to look like.
Like Thanos,
because a trailer's already been
robot?
released. A trailer's already been released at Comic-Con.
Okay.
But it's only for them. Nobody else got to see it. So somebody watched the trailer, then went home, according to this article, went home and pretty much drew it what they saw in the trailer.
Like Thanos Grievous.
It's just a head. Like the rest of that's just not even attached to him. It's just a head. You know what MODOK looks like, don't you?
No.
Oh. It's, just that part that Colin just circled. It's like just the yellow head.
Yeah, like the Eggman kind of thing.
Yes. And then you sent that text out. Huh?
This looks like a piece of Lego Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
With
absolutely.
a CGI face on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look...
Some dumpster droid looking thing.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be just a brain, and that was the point of MODOK. It's an acronym for something. MODOK is an acronym. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But then you sent out that text, and I'm like, what are we doing? And it's rumored that Jim Carrey is going to play the voice of him now. Like,
I thought Jim Carrey was retired when I saw that.
I think he keeps going back and forth.
Yeah.
He's going to come back for another Sonic movie whenever they ask.
Actually, so...
Didn't they come out with the trailer for the second one?
Second Sonic?
Yeah.
Well, that movie's already released. It's
The
already
second
out.
one was already released?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it must have been...
You could have seen some sort of confirmation for a third one, because I think they are planning a third one.
That might have been what I saw then.
Well, so then going off the MCU, we're continuing with it, more or less. Giancarlo Esposito, the guy, he played one of the villains in Breaking Bad.
Chicken shop guy?
Yeah. Yeah. He's now rumored to be in the MCU.
He'd make a good villain.
Why don't he get him to play him?
MODOK?
Yeah.
Because he's got an intimidating face. At least let him play a character.
Yeah.
MODOK's going to be like a CGI thing.
MODOK's going to be mostly CGI, and he kind of has more of an unhinged aesthetic, doesn't he?
Yeah. Is he the one that was in... I'm trying to
Oh, he plays
he was in
Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, that guy should be a person type villain, or at least looking like himself.
Who are they talking about letting him be?
They didn't say. It was just they said that he's in. They don't know who he's going to play yet. So
They're still trying to cast all the X-Men and stuff, I know, so...
yeah.
I think
Interesting.
Jim Carrey as MODOK is fine. I don't mind that. Because it's just going to be nuts. And you almost have to have something wild just be absolutely dumb.
Just lean into it even further.
Yeah, just let it be what it is. It's a giant egghead just floating around on some Legos.
Pretty much. It's pretty much Jimmy Neutron.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's fine. Whatever. He's unhinged anyway at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got that quiz we can do too.
So, yeah, I went ahead and threw up another movie quiz. I thought the last time we did it was pretty fun. So,
Yeah.
This one is movie quotes and trying to pinpoint what movie they're from. So, oh, you already got it pulled up. There's 25 of them.
Okay.
So, again, I guess we'll do them and then you can do what you want with it. Let's see what we score on this, though. So, you answer one and I'll answer another one.
Okay.
So, you answer the first one, I'll answer the second one. But even if, like, on the second one, if you know the answer, you can't tell me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So if I don't know it, then as a team, we're getting screwed because.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take the first one.
All right. You
You're gonna
talking?
have to- yeah, you're gonna. Have
You
to
talking to me?
What's that from?
Taxi Driver.
Is he correct? Boom. Oh, it's a smiley face and everything. Oh. You can't handle the truth. That would be terms of endearment, a few good men, or anger management. That would be a few good men.
Okay.
This is tense.
Mom always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Saving Private Ryan, The Green Mile, and Forrest Gump. I really want to go with The Green Mile on that one, but I'm going to say Forrest Gump.
All right. There's no place like home. Just You and Me, Kid, The Wizard of Oz, or The Partridge Family. I believe that was The Wizard of Oz.
You had me at hello. Jerry Maguire, You've Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle. I believe that's Jerry Maguire.
Have you seen Jerry Maguire?
No.
It's a classic.
I knew the quote, though.
Say Hello to My Little Friend. That would be The Godfather, Heat, or Scarface. That would be Scarface.
These are easy. Here's Johnny, The Boogeyman, The Shining, Pet Cemetery. I believe it's The Shining.
Have you seen The Shining?
Yes. Have you?
No, I have not seen The Shining.
It's a good movie.
Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner. That would be from Dirty Dancing. You're right, these are easy.
I'll Have What She's Having, When Harry Met Sally.
It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends. That would either be The Hunger Games, Harry Potter, or Brave. You know, we got about 30 minutes into Brave, and I was like, this movie is stupid. You saw some, because it's like Scottish. I believe it's Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch it?
No.
And men just ripping off their kilts and using them to like, they were like ripped off their kilts and tied them together to get down the side of a building. And then you just saw a whole bunch of like bare naked men, but whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. They're bare butts. I'm like, this is a kid's movie. What are we doing? That quote, I believe, is from Harry Potter, though.
You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? I believe it's Dirty Harry.
Was that a guess?
Okay, yeah, I was I was tossed up between that and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly,
Yeah.
but
Houston, we've had a problem. That doesn't sound like the accurate quote.
nope, that's not.
We've got a problem?
We have a problem.
We have a problem. You're correct. We've had a problem. Apollo 18,
Had.
Apollo 13, or Space Cowboys. It's Apollo 13, but Space Cowboys is a very good movie.
I just laughed that quote was in one of the other movies.
Because it was misspelled.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Scarface, Casino Royale, and The Godfather. We're going to go with The Godfather.
I think we're doing pretty well. Yeah. You're going to need a bigger boat.
A boat?
That Titanic, Deep Blue Sea, or Jaws? That's Jaws. We did not look at these questions first.
No. The stuff that dreams are made of. The Big Sleep, The Maltese Falcon, the lady from Shanghai. I'm going to go with The Big Sleep. Did you know that one?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Nope. Didn't know that one. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Apocalypse Now, Tropic Thunder, or Saving Private Ryan. We were just talking about Tropic Thunder the other day. It's Apocalypse Now.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Mm.
Die Hard?
I knew that one.
Right.
Unfortunate. Wax on, wax off. That's only funny because the first one's Beauty Shop, Fast and Furious, or Karate Kid. That would be the Karate Kid. As much as I want to say Fast and Furious.
I feel the need for speed. Talladega Nights, Days of Thunder, Top Gun.
Which one of those did not have Tom Cruise in it?
Talladega Nights.
Correct.
Is that the choice?
Yeah.
Come on.
I was going to say Top Gun. Why did...
Oh, I was just asking if you knew.
Oh.
No.
You asked the question in a form where you wanted me to pick the answer.
No. Oh. I wasn't trying to cryptically. No.
You just got baited.
You've never seen Top Gun?
No. You said it
Save
wasn't
that for
that
later.
good. You said it wasn't that good.
Nah, it's not. It's alive. It's alive. Frankenstein, Prometheus, or Dracula? I believe that would be Frankenstein.
Here's looking at your kid.
That's a typo.
That's definitely
That's
a misprint.
Here's looking at your kid.
That's why he's not allowed back around school.
It's just him.
Is that-
with guilt returning the kid? Here's looking at your kid.
I'm honestly
watching the Black Phone.
I'm honestly not sure. Is it?
It's definitely here's looking at you.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Casablanca.
That's so funny. Here's looking at your kid. Begin. I'm trying to begin each day like it was on purpose. That would be 50 First Dates, Groundhog Day, or Hitch. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Groundhog Day.
No.
Oh, hey.
I was gonna say
Wow.
50 First Dates. So
Were you?
yeah.
I did not think it was Hitch.
Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? That would be Back to the Future.
That was correct.
That was.
Such a dumb line.
It's Leave.
Always let your conscience be your guide. Peter Pan, Pinocchio, or Dumbo? Wow. Always let your conscience be your guide. I'm going to go with Pinocchio. It was either that or Dumbo. But that one would definitely always let your ears be your guide. Let the wind be your guide.
May the rose ride up. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. You're killing me, Smalls. That's a Sandlot.
You knew that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've only missed 4, so
All right, that looks like it's it.
That's all of them?
that's all of them. View our results. Yeah, we
Uh-oh.
Out of here.
84 out of 100.
84 out of 100.
But it doesn't tell us how many. Oh, it does tell us how many we missed.
21 correct, 4 incorrect.
and those were all me. No,
I missed
you missed one.
I missed one.
Okay, I
Yeah,
don't feel
it
too.
was 3 and 1.
Should go down. Oh, there they are. You said.
And the stuff that dreams are made of was the Maltese Falcon.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and make my day with sudden impact. Feel the need for speed, Top Gun. And then begin each day like it was on purpose, Hitch.
Yep. Well, that was fun. That was a good one. I cannot believe. I've laughed a lot this episode, which is always good.
Felt like I could have got through that quiz with maybe like 75%.
Yeah, you're pretty confident on a lot of those.
Yeah, most of them. There were a couple that I was a little lost
Next time we do it, you'll get involved as well. I don't know why I didn't think about that this time.
Probably would have got 100% if all three of us had been put our heads together.
Yeah.
If we were doing it together, that's why I didn't want us to do it together though. Because then it shows who movies and who doesn't. Talladega Nights. You ever seen that one?
Yeah. Talladega Nights?
And at what point do they say, I feel the need for speed? No, they say shake and bake.
Yeah, you baited me into that with the question you asked.
That was not an intentional bait. But
Saw some stuff about Nope. How like the people that are giving it poor reviews, like I did, it was some sort of like satire on Hollywood, is what the premise was, the underlying theme. It didn't strike me like that, and it sounds like some kind of pie in the sky snobby way of saying, "Oh, you just don't understand our art."
They like to do that.
Yeah.
And typically, no, again, it depends on if that's like the studio doing it or if it's just snob critics doing it. But it typically just, if people are doing that, that still just means the movie wasn't good. You know what I mean?
It's just
That's
kind
what I
of grasping at straws
Yeah.
defense.
Yeah.
It's doing well, though.
One cool thing I did see about it is they invented a camera rig for this movie to do day to night shots, or I think it's called day for night. Basically, they shoot the whole movie in daytime, and all of the night shots were really daytime shots, but they manipulate the film to where it looks like night.
Huh.
And it gives it a kind of distinct look and a different kind of clarity.
A little bit more of a hue to it, I think.
It's more like blues and
Yeah.
deep
Heavy
navies.
blues.
Huh.
Yeah, but when I first watched it, like it never really crossed my mind that it would have been day for night versus standard night shots.
Yeah.
That's cool. Another
They did
thing that I heard
well,
today,
yeah.
which I think is really cool, it has nothing to do with that, but just something interesting that you see a movie doing that isn't atypical. For that new Prey movie, which is a movie about the Predators in the Predators franchise, since it's based off that Indian tribe, they did every scene in English, and then they would do another take in Comanche. So when it comes out this weekend, I think it comes out this weekend on Hulu, you can choose to either watch it in English or watch it in native Comanche.
Wow.
But what they would normally do is just do it in English and then later dub it in Comanche, which is really can come off as really cheesy, you know?
Yeah.
They actually film the exact same scenes in the other language. I think that's incredible.
And why not? You're going to shoot almost every scene 4 times. So
Right.
You may as well do
Right.
one where they're just speaking the lines in Comanche. And
I love it.
English, but
If anything, and it would have been really ballsy, but to take another step further and just kind of do what even Mel Gibson did for The Passion and just be like,
Oh, yeah.
no, I'm just doing this movie in Comanche, or I'm just doing this movie in Arabic, you know? Mm-hmm. He didn't even want to subtitle that movie.
Yeah.
He just wanted to do it in the original language, and then you had to follow the story based off what the characters were doing if you didn't know the language. I think that's really cool. Do I want to watch every movie that way? No. But I think for specific occasions, I think that's a really cool idea.
yeah, it seems like they handled the whole Indian topic with a lot of respect. And I think
Yeah.
that's why they would go and do that.
Yeah.
Is to
I'm excited
give
to
it
watch it.
further life. But yeah, it sounds like it's really good.
And by excited to watch it, I mean, I can't wait until you give me your login information so I can watch it. And I will repay that favor with my HBO Max information. Top Gun Maverick still doing incredible things. I think it just passed. I can't remember how I read it today.
It's a lot of money.
Who made it? Universal?
Probably.
Something like that. It just crossed Titanic for them as like their 7th highest grossing movie of all time. And it's definitely Tom Cruise's highest grossing movie of all time. Like, it's just a phenomenal movie. And you go ahead. You can take the lead on the that stuff from Quentin Tarantino.
Oh yeah. So Quentin Tarantino had really high praise for it. He came out and said it's one of the greatest movies he's seen.
What did he say exactly? He said it's I wrote it down. Cinematic spectacle.
That's what it was. Yeah.
A cinematic spectacle, and that guy's a cinephile. Like I know what he makes is very niche, and it's very just like what he makes is what he likes. And if you don't like that, you're not going to like those movies. But he knows everything about everything film in every genre, and I think that's really really cool.
Yeah.
And that is high praise coming from him to say that about a movie like that. He said that during the conversation he was talking about both West Side Story, the remake, and Top Gun Maverick. And the West Side Story remake I have seen. I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick yet, but it is a phenomenal movie. That Steven Spielberg did it, set in like the 50s, 40s.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. Right. It might have even been before that. Maybe more Depression era. Just a great musical. It's a great musical. It's a remake, obviously. The original came out back in the 70s.
Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah. So that's really cool. That's cool to see.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it. I settled a long time ago and just decided I was going to wait till it comes out. And I literally look probably once a week on all the different streaming services. I'm like, where's it going to drop? When's it going to drop? Mostly Vudu because I can get it quickly on Vudu whenever it does go out. But I'm excited to watch it.
I saw Disney Plus has announced their Disney Plus Day is like September 8th or something like that, where they'll be like, I guess on their streaming service, they're going to have like all their trailers for upcoming shows and all that kind of stuff. Which is the second one they did last year. They did it in November, but so
that'd be exciting.
We should be getting a lot of more Disney Plus news on new series and stuff coming out in the next year or so.
That'll be good because it'll be a lot of stuff not Marvel related too. So, but what else you guys been watching before we wrap it up?
So I've watched 2 movies this week. One was Full Metal Jacket, which I'd never seen.
Okay. Was that the shocking one, or is the other one the shocking one?
The other one's a shocking one.
Okay.
Which I didn't care for. I was just I was bored with it. It was annoying to me.
Yeah.
But,
just not for you. Though.
Yeah. Which is weird because I really like Platoon. But
yeah. Different movies, though.
Yeah. So anyways, then the shocking one, I'm embarrassed to say I watched this. I don't know
Why?
why I turned it on. So Peacock released a new movie out.
I know what it is. Let me guess. Can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
They, them.
Yes, I did.
They, them. Tell them the premise.
So the premise is Kevin Bacon stars in it.
Oh, is that one? The gay camp horror one?
Yes. And
How was it?
It's not really. It's not even that. It was like
Kevin
it's
Bacon
transgender.
It's a gay homosexual.
Oh.
It's whatever. But yeah, so Kevin Bacon runs a camp for gay kids to turn them straight. Like parents send their kids to these camp.
Oh, is that the premise?
Yeah.
The correction camp.
Yes. It's great gay conversion is what they
it's
called
like
it.
Horror heavyweights.
Yeah. So
you remember that movie?
Yeah. So I saw it and I was like kind of watching the trailer the one night and I was like, I'm not gonna watch it. Just I don't want to get into it. And then Mariah the other night was like, I want to watch it. This might be kind of funny. And I was like, really?
She hates horror movies.
I know. So
It's a slasher movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a slasher film. So we turn it on, and the opening credits it says Blumhouse. I'm like, oh, okay, this might actually be a decent movie.
Okay,
we get 5 minutes into the film, and Mariah's like, I can't watch this.
Scary?
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I gotta finish it. So I'm like, I'm going to sit on the couch and watch it. So I go out and watch it and stuff. Movie is terrible. It's nothing but a huge LGBTQ push. Like when I saw
they them,
I get it, I get that. But when I saw it was by Blumhouse, I thought, okay, this is going to be an actual with a decent story and stuff.
So what's the premise?
Do
you care to know the premise?
I don't care.
Spoiler alert, everyone, for they them.
Yeah. So these gay kids go to a camp.
They won by the power of gay,
and a gay conversion camp, and Kevin Bacon and his other counselors.
Straight.
Yeah. So anyways, so what happens is
that's a good one.
It opens up. It opens up with a murder.
Okay.
And this lady gets murdered in her car in these backwoods on the way to this camp. You find out later that the doctor in the show you went to one of these camps or went to this camp when she was younger. She was gay, and they messed her up. Like, they were doing like pretty horrible things to these kids. Like, it wasn't like it was like they were abusive to them. So this lady then came back to
boiling.
Basically,
yeah, they were boiling the kids.
Water heater?
This lady came back then, and she was the one slashing everybody. She wore the mask, and she killed all the counselors and Kevin Bacon and stuff because
She wasn't killing the kids.
no, she wasn't killing the kids.
Oh,
That's why it was stupid. None of the
she
kids
was gay,
right?
so she was mad at the.
She was
the
mad at
straight
the
people.
straight people.
That makes
because,
sense.
Yeah, it was just a huge LGBT. Like, I thought, okay, maybe
What was
it
it
could.
rated? R, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was rated R.
I would figure, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a typical slasher film. But just I was hoping to see some kids get murdered. It was
Golly,
I can't believe I sat through the whole thing. I almost turned it off. It was bad.
You wouldn't have watched that one. Yeah, for sure.
It was only because Kevin Bacon drew me in.
Yep, he'll do that. That's why they got him. Every time you watch one of his goat videos on Instagram, you're like, I don't know why I like this guy a little bit more. He's always playing his guitar, singing for his goats. Always.
Well, that
And he's very good.
gives it a completely different meaning. You just
It's
say
Old Man
goat
Bacon.
videos,
Yes.
but he's serenading goats. That's
He's always
still
singing to his
weird,
goats.
but at least has a little more merit.
And he's got like a goat palace. Like, the setup is just an... Anyways.
Is he satanic? Like goat worship or like goat sacrifice in part of the bacon rituals?
I don't know. Is that in the movie?
No,
Awfully
Pity.
strange.
there are no goats.
Only in real life. I watched a couple movies as well. I watched, last night we watched Quiet Place 2. Because Mom and Dad haven't seen that one, so we watched it with them.
Basement's definitely not a quiet place right now with that water heater going nuts.
Is it too loud, you think?
That's why I said that. Just to
Yeah, you're probably
Oh,
not
I see.
gonna.
Oh, I see.
if you hear it, it's the water heater. I can't stop it. It's its own beast.
You know, it is what it is.
The game's the game.
Sleeping dogs lie. Water heaters boil. So we watched that. Great movie. Those are both really well-made movies.
Yeah.
John Krasinski, phenomenal at his job. But then we also watched a PureFlix movie. One I had seen before, but again, my dad had never seen it. I was like, you should check this one out. It was Interview with God.
Okay.
So it's just a guy who sits down and they don't really explain the premise up front, which I really appreciate. And it's just like, oh, he's having a conversation with God, but he doesn't think he's having a conversation with God. He thinks he's having a conversation with somebody who's just claiming to be God, but it is actually God. It's really, really good. I was really pleased with it. For a PureFlix movie, it is very creative, very well written. There's twists in it that you don't see coming. Quality-wise, it's on par with the other ones. It's not. They didn't invest a ton more money in this one and not in the other ones, but it does have David. How do you say his last name? River Wild. The dad.
Oh, David
Strathairn. Yeah. He's in it. He plays God. So you get kind of his charisma and his stuff in there. It was a really good movie. I would definitely recommend that one. I watched those two, and then we started watching The Black Phone, but Vera fell asleep, so we had to try.
Oh, is that on Netflix now?
It's on my video.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I want to watch it.
We almost watched Lightyear. I was gonna watch Lightyear the other night after we put the kids to bed, but then I decided to watch something else.
Watch an adult movie.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, I want to watch it, but if everyone else would have been ranting and raving about it, like,
Yeah.
this is a great movie, even with the gay stuff. Everything we're talking about is gay stuff today. Even with it in there, I could be like, okay, I'll watch it and I'll try to just ignore that. But even all the secular people are like, nah, it's just a bad movie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know if I want to waste my time. I'll just go watch Onward again. That movie I actually like. Or Treasure Planet. You ever seen Treasure Planet?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Osmosis Jones.
No.
I have watched that one, but I don't know. I would say it's good.
What you been watching?
The only thing I watched was the new Batman,
Oh,
and I loved it. I thought it was great. Definitely up there in terms of quality, like with the Dark Knight, I think. Acting wise, like the shot selection and the overall feel, all of it was just fantastic.
so
And for one that was like a 3-hour runtime,
oh,
for me, it didn't feel like 3 hours.
No.
Like
It
when
didn't.
it was over, I was like, when's the next one coming?
yeah, they could have cut some stuff out that would have condensed it and made it better. I think some of those subplots didn't hit quite as hard and weren't necessary. So you could have
Yeah.
turned that into a 2-hour 40-minute movie and it been okay. You know, for as much as they did with Colin Farrell's makeup, which was incredible, his character wasn't really that relevant. You could have saved that for another movie. And that could have been an anybody character, really. Because there was only the one scene, the chase scene, which was incredible.
Yeah, that was really good.
But it didn't have to be him. You know what I mean? It didn't have to be.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, where you could have put anybody in the role. But I think if they're coming out with a series based on him,
Hopefully. With the
I'm
way that
pretty
Warner
sure
Brothers has
that
been going.
they were in talks to put
Yeah.
out a show.
No, they were, yeah.
So it makes sense to, even though you didn't need such a heavy hitter there,
Establish
you
it.
want him for later.
Yeah.
I get it. And I agree with you. It didn't feel like 3 hours to me, so I was okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was Colin Farrell until you told me it was. I was like, well, that's nuts. I had no idea.
It's awesome.
You couldn't tell looking at him at all with how they dressed him up. But
Colin De Niro.
So where do you rank? Where do you rank that Batman movie?
Yeah, it's my second favorite. I still have ties to the Dark Knight that just it's not gonna leave.
Well, like The Dark Knight came out right when we were all at the
Yeah.
right age for
Yeah.
it.
it's nostalgia bend more than anything because I think
And then the Heath Ledger
objectively,
stuff.
Heath Ledger did murder the role. He did so well with it, but at the same
You
time,
could say he killed it.
yeah, on the death topic theme today. But yeah, I think he said his name's Paul Dano.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Dano did the Riddler.
He slaughtered that role.
Yeah.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
slaughtered
he
Hands
did
down. Yeah.
He butchered it.
very well. He didn't butcher it because that'd be bad.
Killed it? Is
He
it better
killed
than butchering it?
The butchering is like a failure. Completely.
Oh, you're right.
He
You're
broke
right.
some legs.
Yeah, he did. He did really well, especially the interrogation sequence,
Mm-hmm.
which is funny because those are both the top sequences for either movie.
So where do you put it?
I'd put it at least on the same grounds,
They
If
can't. They
not-
can't be a tie for first.
Why?
if not slightly leaning
Because I said so.
towards the newer one. Just because the style being that like super noir, more into the crime drama feel.
Mm-hmm.
I like that style more.
And that's what I would say that movie had a leg up over Christopher Nolan's Batman. Was that this is an actual detective. Christian Bale's Batman, he's kind of an idiot. He
He was a little more like flashy superhero.
he was very too modern and not as much like he's just a little bit smarter than everybody else, but
He was
Batman
like
has to be
the
something
Iron
completely
Man
different than that.
variant Batman.
Yes. So I would put.
think
I
it's got
think
value.
that the Batman is a better movie than the Dark Knight. I personally do.
It feels more grounded, even though some stuff's ridiculous, like the chase scene. The fact that he built the engine for that and they foreshadow it and then they bring in his like claptrap car that he's got with that engine.
It just
in
felt like straight ripped from the comics.
Yeah, it felt more genuine.
It did. But I also love the Dark Knight. And
Yeah.
the Dark Knight is the reason that there are police officers now in every Batman movie, even a decade later. Like, that's crazy. We went and saw it, and there was a police officer in there, and we're like, what? Like, that was a long time ago. 2009? Yeah. 2008. 9.
Dark Knight Rises. It was Dark Knight Rises that the shooting happened.
No, it was the Dark Knight.
It was the Dark Knight Rises.
It was the Dark Knight.
It was the Dark Knight Rises.
Can you Google it?
Google
Is your
it.
internet working?
Should be.
Dark Knight Rises.
It was the Dark Knight.
No, it was the Dark Knight Rises because I remember because I went.
So what are we looking for specifically here?
What are you gonna Google? theater shooting during the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going to the midnight show with my uncle.
2012.
2012.
That would have been Dark Knight Rises.
That's right.
That can't be right.
That is right.
Click on that first one. It's Wikipedia, so you can't trust it 100%, but...
Dark Knight Rises.
Told you.
Right. Concede. But 2012, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We're still that worried during a Batman movie?
Yeah, that is nuts. That it would just be specifically for Batman movies.
Probably the Joker, too. Was there... I saw the Joker in
I
theaters.
didn't go to see the Joker in theater, so I don't know.
I don't remember if there was a...
I didn't even see Batman v Superman in theater, so I don't even know about that one.
I don't remember if I did or not.
Thankfully, I didn't waste my money on that one.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Batman's a good movie, though, and I can't wait for the next one. All right, why don't you take us home?
All right. If you like what you hear, head over to Popcorn and Coffee on YouTube and please like and subscribe. Actually, if you're watching us, you're already here. So please like and subscribe.
Click here. Can you do that, Colin?
Yeah, we can do click here.
Yeah.
Do it.
Click here. And subscribe down here.
We've been wanting to do that for a long time. Click the bell icon. Click the like.
Subscribe button.
Yeah, hit
The
subscribe.
thumbs up button.
All of them.
You can also go over to Apple Podcasts and like and subscribe. Leave us a comment review there. You can follow me on Instagram at JazielGood. You can follow us, Jesse, on Instagram at Popcorn and Coffee.
Absolutely.
And Colin on Instagram at KColinBG.
Yep.
Colin BG. Nice.
KBG.
Nope.
At the KBG, yep.
Yeah, so message us on there if you have any questions or comments and let us know what you think.
Cool. Bye, everybody.
Bye.